In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to manage our labels a little bit more. There have been some features added to our labels function that I think will make using our email system much more productive. So let's take a quick look at that. I'm going to come over to a label and I'm going to use the option menu. If you remember, the option menu is the colored box immediately to the left of the name of the label. If you click on that option menu, you're going to see there are some new choices here. You can see there are more colors to choose from, and you can also add a custom color or remove the color from the label completely. You can also show the label in your list, show the label only if there are unread items stored in that list, or you can hide that label altogether. If you choose to hide that label, it will show up under the menu that's called blank number, because that can change, more. Mine is currently called 6 more. Jumping back to the options menu, you can also show the label in the message list. An example of that would be this label. You see tilt on this message that I'm currently pointing at. I could hide those labels appearing in my message list. For me, this is a benefit. If I am using my labels as folders, which is exactly what I'm doing, I want my messages to be moved out of my inbox and into that label. I don't want to see the label in my inbox. So I'm going to select this option. I'm going to say, hide that label in the message list. You can see up at the top of my screen, it now says the label IT equals EC, which is the label I was working with, will no longer show in the message list. Let's come back over to this label, to the option menu, and look at just a few more things. In this menu, know that you can rename your label, you can delete or remove the label. That will not delete any messages, that will just remove them from that label. It will put them in your inbox, or if you have multiple labels kind of cross-referenced, it would just keep it in the label that you have not chosen to remove. And then finally our option to add a sublabel. So this is really nice if you're trying to organize your email and you have a generic label. I'll give you an example here. I have a generic label called classes, and if I expand that, I have some sublabels on some of the classes that I've been teaching. So that's how you would get a sublabel into another label. Just to show you that process, I'll click on this option menu, click on Add Sublabel, and it asks me for that name. So I'm going to add a school that I might want to separate the messages that are coming in here. And notice I can choose to nest that label under, and then I choose whichever label if I accidentally click the wrong one or something like that. So you can see how that works. I'll click Create. You can see that I now have a plus sign to the left of the IT equals EC label. If I select that, I can see my sublabel. So as you can see, there are lots of new choices that you can make with your labels, and I think it will help you keep your email organized.